Power outage. What can you do? It happens. What was I doing though? I think the save is good. Save is good. We're fine. I don't need to go for everything, I guess.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
They're just scandalous secrets. I don't need them. It does a coin. More color stitches. There is no need to go up. Let's go to the royal wing. Oh, not there.
That's useful.
Buena Tori again.
Going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
Royal Wing. Statue. We're getting close to the end. Long quest, by the way.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody. Anybody?
Thank you.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
No, not at all. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Happy New Year to you too, William.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Floriane.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest room.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
What were you trying to find in Floriane's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Statues. There's gonna be one door I won't be able to open if I don't find everything. Only one.
What happened here?
More. Sure.
You painted Orlaisian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
I can open it now. I don't even know if it's gonna be worth it. That requires more. Really. I'm missing one.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my baits.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
At this point, I think disappointment was an old friend.
Poor dear, you can't begin to imagine what Calpurnia and I have in store. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Just his tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Aren't you supposed to be a soldier? Act like one.
The pay's not good enough to keep my calm, friend. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemonger.
want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Right. Have I locked myself out of the previous area? I need those statues. If they even exist. Can't move. That came from here. The game locked me out, did it? I can't go back. Locked from the other side. Where the f— I don't know how to go back to the previous area. And like, come on. Where the fuck you find all of that? I'm supposed to be up, not here. Can we get back? I need that one statue, man. 9 out of 10, if it's even here. Which I doubt. Definitely looting all of this is a pain in the ass. Jardin de Reverie. Locked. Yeah, this is where it came from. It locks me out. The game easily locks you out of the previous area. So if you did not explore the previous area, you can't get here anymore. And before that fight... Let's see. I think this was before the fight, say. What did I miss? Vestibule. Yeah,
Are we
I know
going
about
to
all of
sneak
that.
around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
Okay. Let's see this one. That's the one. No, I just missed one statue. I don't know what it is. Could be here. I never was here. Was that?
We should look around.
There's the statue. The final statue. But I will need to fight a fight again. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That was the final one. The game locks you out. You can't go back for the statue. I can open everything now. Everywhere. But I need to fight the fight again. Okay, back to open. See if it's even worth doing. It was here.
What happened here?
Empress private quarters. Oh, you look at this. I need to fight everyone again, but it's fast. What the fuck?
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic or him for falling for it.
Obtain a blackmail on Celine. Making hush this up. Leave him to whatever fate. I got Brianna, Celine, and Gaspar. You don't know which one is worse.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
You don't know what's worse.
Orlesian.
I have to fight again now. Okay. Fine. It's an easy fight. Whatever. And I can unlock 2 more doors with those statues. Like, easily found them all. Nice.
You're such a challenge to read. Corypheus insisted that we will cast down. I admit, when he has a...
That pummel strike is broke. Completely.
Were those demons? I knew Gaspard was... But all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard. So he hired me.
Alright. Now. Let's see. Just to loot all. Quickly. One-shotted Solas, man, these assassins. the kitchen as well. Ballroom. I hope this is it. I got a statue. I got all coins, but truth to be told, it's whatever with those coins. I don't need it. Let's go.
We can only hope Celine prevails.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Expose the Duchess' crime to the court, avoiding further bloodshed. Save Celine's life, deal with the Duchess. Allow the Empress to die before dealing with the Duchess. Bloodshed. Save Celine's life, then deal with the Duchess.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down!
Look at her, man.
Now! For Corypheus, kill them all!
Colin, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
Then there's more. This map never ends.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Erimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you
Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
And return to the ballroom. That's it. But there was one more room I wanted to check with those statues. I don't know if the game locked me out of it. But I've seen it. Wow. Wasn't it up here somewhere as well? I forgot. This is the entrance to the palace. The beginning. Should be a door here. Second.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I don't know.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
Of course, Briala was outplaying everyone. She killed your negotiators and forged new documents.
So what if I did? Take me down, and elves will riot in every city in the Empire.
They won't. Not when they learn you are sleeping with the woman who purged Halam Shiral's alienage. And Gaspard fell for Celine's trap and was going to attack the palace.
You've made your point. What do you want?
I beat you all at your great game. You work for me now.
We'll see how long this lasts.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
No one died, at least. Even though they're all assholes. You don't know who's worse.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united, or surely we will fall alone.
What would I recommend playing after Rogue Trader? Play Dragon Age Origins for the start. You'll enjoy Dragon Age Origins.
There will be no second chance for us. We cannot afford to be divided.
We will bury our dead, tend our wounded, and ready ourselves for the next charge, as all true Orlesians must.
But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By Imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
And now we got Morrigan as well.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
Tonight was a triumph. You should be proud. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
It's time to head back to Skyhold.
Of course. It will be good to go home.
I don't know how long it took for me to finish this. Few hours. One of the longest missions in a game.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Valroyo as soon as possible. There are ceremonies,
Dobra, je si proverila.
Maker's
I?
mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter
Alright.
as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the Divine? How is that possible?
Not yet, but they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alamshiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Alright. Where is Morrigan? Here. Black wall. Special shipments. Morrigan is here.
I imagine it filled with enemies and rose petals. Inquisitor!
Training here will save them out there, if they're smart. Inquisitor?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
What's going on now?
I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Liliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why even consider it? Who cares about the Chantry?
I care. Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men. You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my... For now, restoring order and stop...
Where's Morrigan? Hey, can we do something?
Of course. Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
How's it go?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I think
There are
There are always... Although, if a few... I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table. And goodbye, your worship.
Negotiate a deal for weapons lands. Is Morrigan all the way up? Where is she? Did she join? She's not here. And she said she'll be in Skyhold. Where the...
Inquisitor?
Sandra Sarah Iron Bull. Where is this? In the gardens? She's in the gardens. Okay. Blackwall also wants to speak. We're gonna go to Blackwall. Then to Morrigan. What's this?
Hey.
What's been going?
Madame de... Yeah, that's probably what happened. Not me, though. Indispensable.
Take care.
Later, then.
Oh. Cole. I got a locket for Cole. Cole Blackwall. Then Morrigan.
Inquisitor.
What do you mean?
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Can you explain how...
Yes?
What do you sense when you focus on...
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more. War and weariness, blood and battle. Life learning to lead, clash, kill. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight. You are there. It must be very hard. I hope I... How do you...
Let's see what Blackwall wants. I need to buy a weapon. I got enough coin now. I'm using this weapon from the very start of the game. I really want to switch. Don't even know for how many hours I've been using this.
Know what you mean to do. It won't help.
My father...
So busy. Thank you for...
What do you want?
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Unlocked achievement, People's Purse. And I'm Indian. First to the work table so I can pick some objects, and then we will speak with Morrigan. This Skyhold, I don't exaggerate if I say that it's probably the best main hub ever in video gaming history. And the most unique, and the most legendary, and the most iconic. I would put there Dark Souls 1 main hub, Dark Souls 3 main hub, I would put Ked Nua from Pillars, Odd Nua. I would put Dresden from Breath in competition. But even if I place them all, I believe this is the best done main hub in the gaming history. But I just don't know if there is a bigger and better one than Skyhold. Now imagine Skyhold in, I don't know, in Unreal Engine 5. Okay. Graphics from Lords of the Fallen. Imagine how it would look like.
Stone Mad, Inquisitor.
Do you have any insight into the...
Tell you what, who better, right? A good dwarven perspective. Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Very good to speak as well. Let's get the project. Oh my god, we need to judge someone as well now. There's a lot to do. What the fuck is
He likes them. Truly? Very much, Lady Ambassador. It's just butter and sugar. Ferelden taste is so...
Transistor, good evening. I'm telling you that there's like 10 very unique, very good main hubs. But this is the best one. Absolutely the best one. And the biggest one.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds, for the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
Thanks for the
My
follow.
agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
We've beaten their god twice over. Corypheus must be livid.
And thanks for the sub, Doja Man, and
Corypheus
it's your
uprooted his
first
major
sub. Welcome
strongholds.
to the channel.
He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area? His people have been ransacking Elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
His best, if I show you. This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
You can restore an artifact like this?
There was a price, but one I gladly paid. I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
All I wanted was a war table, not to trigger another mission.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Mhm. But you can enter it on your own. Let's speak with Morrigan.
Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit. Occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. It is that he actually may.
I imagine importing save files on a 10 years old game for the 20 years old game, okay. And hoping it will work, considering it's EA that has rights to the Dragon Age. You really think that's gonna work? For how many people that's gonna work? Come on. It's not even worth talking about it, to be
I
honest.
understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, They will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
I personally am not a fan of transferring files from one game to another, like they did in Witcher and so on, because a lot of bugs can happen, okay? When you release a game, then you need to polish it out, release the DLCs, pay attention to all of the decisions from the previous game, wait for the Ultimate Edition, and pray to God that the saves will work. I'm not a fan of that at all. Or for Mass Effect, or I don't know. Basically every game that you can import saves.
You seem to know a great deal about Elven.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
Yeah, that sounds good, but when you try to do it, it usually ends up with a lot of bugs. What's the solution and why I haven't done it for all the games is beyond me. When you start the game, you play like second, third, fourth part of some game, you want to import saves. Do not allow saves to be imported. Give a list. Major decisions in previous games. And give a player an option to pick what they did, okay? And create a world with that options. There is no need to import save. Way much better, way much easier, I guess.
I'd like to know...
Ah, yes. Whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's rank? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wild. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
The Fifth Blight. We know about Morrigan's origin. Let's go to the war table. I really want to see the war table, if they allow me. Jesus. Thanks for the follow. Sigil of Gamordan Stormbrider.
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Deploy Grey Wardens with care, lest we lose them entirely. Defeat Marquise Buffon. We send Liliana there.
Inquisitor.
I'm not risking Grey Wardens. Obtain amulet for Cole.
Any clues to his next move?
Some, but not enough for us to go on just yet.
Missing Seekers.
All right.
Now we got what Pride had brought. And the Elven ruins. bunch of things to do. Morrigan is on the table now. Influence. I can get influence if I want to. 6k.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
This is supposed to make sense. I'm judging a box.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Community service.
I call for rehabilitation. The skull should do public theater about the evils of evil. I also judge the box. End table for orphans.
That's quite enough, Inquisitor. Point taken.
The unlocked persuasive achievement. Do I got anything in my quarters? I wasn't in my quarters for... last time I was in a quarters was 82 days ago. I'm that serious 82 days ago because the Rogue Trader came out and I wasn't playing Inquisition. And there's nothing. There's a wardrobe. Up. Pointless. The view. I'm telling you, the best main hub ever. By far. Years old this year. Can we play with Morrigan or not? Nope. Switch the gear. Speak with Varric. Liliana.
Serve the Lord who loaded his catapults with anvils. Point made.
Special shipments. I'm nearly full. Sell. Alien schematics. Modify. Upgrade. Prophet Laurel. Five, 260, а? Куди бацаш, bre, to nam treba za sutra, šta ti je? Danas sam je kupio. A zašto da iskoristiš? Pa uzmi ako hoćeš, uzmi pola. Uzmi. Kako bre da bacaš to danas uzeto? Mislim da je to oko 200-300 grama mozzarelle.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
That's Bianca.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Verrick's.
Who isn't a friend of Verrick's? You have met him before, right?
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Verrick found, has been leaked. There's a deep roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Verrick. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
We're gonna go to deep roads. Valamar.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
I want to know more. Another time, Varric.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. After our time in Halam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
If I go the rest of my life without ever dealing with the Great Game again, I will die happy.
Sadly, as the Inquisitor, it is unlikely you will live without further, unless the rest of your life is... In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I hope you...
What? Why? I'm sorry. I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
No.
As for the elves of Orlais, I... Hello.
We'll talk later.
Liliana, was it? Żegaś? Stiżem. My wife prepared dinner. No. Saving here. Short pause. 5-10 minutes just to eat. Be right back fast. Where were we? Lilian.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live.
Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the Fade. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her. So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. A message from Divine Justinia.
Don't trust it. We have enemies who would trick us like this.
No, it's genuine. She and I have a series of clues we include in our correspondence precisely for this reason. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you?
I don't know. Perhaps something to do with the Chantry. Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
There's so many things to do. What about Cullen? Oh, what was the way up here?
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better.
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Just try to be more careful from now on.
Of course. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
The past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I've met good people here. Knowing they have my back, it helps.
You certainly keep interesting company. I suppose I do as well.
Man, I can certainly fly. Weapons. I need to check weapons. How much? 42,000. It's either crafting weapons or buying. What was it? Black Emporium. What's with Blackwall? Not available.
Urchin, bring me a moist towelette. Handle the merchandise with care.
One hinder that deals 300 damage. For real.
Long live.
Demon's Advocate. I can insert that rune as well.
Inquisition.
Don't even know what I got. That kinda, you know, there is crafting in the game. You can craft weapons, runes, armor, and whatnot. But I don't feel the need to do it because the game, even on the hardest difficulty, I think it was Nightmare, yeah. Even on the hardest difficulty, it's just way too easy to use all of that crafting. Enter Valamar. I don't know, I didn't have any romance option. So I can't tell if it was. It depends what you pick, I guess. At the start of the game, it is a lot of grinding, but at the start of the game, if you've been patient, then it's different. But yeah, there is a lot of grinding. But again, you don't need to grind all, okay, to play. You can just stick with a main objective easily. You don't need to do it if you don't want to. Irion, good evening.
Finally. Started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Road's entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the deep roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
If you're coming with us, I hope you can handle a fight.
No, I thought I'd cower helplessly while you do all the work.
She's a decent shot.
Decent?
You want me to admit you're better than me in front of the Inquisitor?
Let's not waste any more time, shall we?
The area that was locked 100 days ago when I was here, when I played 100 days ago, now I can access. Oh my god, damage with a new hammer. A lot of damage. Everything I looted. Basically, there is no new loot.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
Darkspawn. Heals so much, it's insane.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave?
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
Admit it, you've been waiting to do that since we arrived.
Of course I was. After you.
Insane. Completely insane how much damage this thing does.
He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
Red Lyrium dwarves. You're gonna die first. Oh, shush. Chill. Just to kill the mage. Chill. Crazy OP.
You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
Broski.
There you are. You won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
You were the one who leaked the Tide's location.
It's not like that. Not entirely. Shit. When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... it has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
That name means something to you, Varric?
He was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the Red Lyrium. I had to help make this right.
You told Varric you had a lead, so we'd straighten out your mistake.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Oh, for pity's sake. Would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
It says speak with Werglia. This is it, there's nothing else. I was expecting a dungeon or something. But this was short. Very short. And very easy. To do now? I don't know. Back to Skycall, check the work tape. There's the main quest. There's a dragon to kill. I could do the dragon as well. I think I left one.
Inquisitor.
One that deals probably the most damage. Storm Coast. Over there. Now how do you reach there? Was it from here? Or from here? I remember it was with a boat. But where was the boat? Nice. Let's see if we can kill the dragon. I was weak when I tried it 100+ days ago. Let's see now. I should be strong enough. questions yet. Been summoned. Die. I need them. How did you die? Where did you die? The dragon is still freaking tough. It's just... Definitely this is the hardest dragon. He's gonna kill someone now. Medic. Oh, luckily they all survived. $60K crit. 6 out of 10 dragon slain. Peace, vigilance. Again a dagger from a dragon. Every dragon drops a dagger. Now you gotta fuck out. Alright, that's done. Strong fucker. When I tried him the first time, I think I was level 10, now I was level 20. Very strong. If I didn't blow that weapon, it would take even longer. Back to Skyhold. That's 10 years ago just to grab my water. Do the war table. Or, yeah, to the war table. Speak with Varric. Oh, I'll speak with Varric.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now, pretending none of this was happening.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Look who showed up, everybody. Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head. but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
My favorite Red Scroll, Elder Scrolls. I can't decide between Oblivion and Morrowind. I think when I was a kid I had most fun with Morrowind, to be honest. More than with Oblivion, because Oblivion was already seen, okay? Same like Morrowind, basically. And I can say the same about Skyrim as well. It's like, you know, when you play the same game only with better graphics. So for me it was Morrowind. Easily Morrowind. If we don't count those 90s Elder Scrolls.
Of course. Deal me in, Josephine.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're joining us.
Ante up, Inquisitor.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall
Yeah, well,
as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
I've got one for you. Firstly, my aunt is known across the free marches for her love of Antivan opera. So, of course, when a performance of The Murder of Queen Madrigal opened, she made us all attend. My aunt refused to speak to me for 3 months.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
Or the others.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
You're mistaking me for me. How much did you have to drink?
It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Let's see. Projects should be done by now. Dust.
With rifts contained in the area, we can send in smaller groups to offer relief.
I agree. Are you well?
A headache, nothing more.
%10 increase to all defenses. Yeah. Companions. Song of the Marshes. We defeated the Darkspawn. Grey Warden suffered too many losses.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was.
Amulet for Cole. Crafting room. Missing Seekers.
Let's see what we have.
Travel in Skyhall.
Inquisitor.
At your service.
Now what to do? There is Liberate Emprise du Lion. Let's. Varric changed his picture again. What on earth? I don't know what's with Blackwall. Of the knee. Skilly Willy, good evening, Skilly Willy. No, I haven't played any Elder Scrolls
Inquisitor.
since Skyrim.
Scout Harding.
Not a
We're
single
on the
one.
outskirts of Sarnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
Are you all right? You look a little cold.
Me? Well, it is a touch chilly. My toes are freezing. I'm sorry. You didn't need to note that.
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly. Sarnia relies on its river for everything. Trade, food. They weren't expecting this.
Do you know why the Red Templars have come here?
Can't tell you much. The Templars have outposts all through the hills. Our scouts haven't been able to get through. It probably has something to do with the local stone quarry, though. A lot of the workers went missing after the Red Templars moved in.
Here I come to save the day. Again.
That's why we love you. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise de Lyon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
It is like a whole new huge map. Yes, it is. Red Lyrium again. Emprise de Lyon. Not huge map, but there are things to do. Quickly start of the stream because of the copyright issues for the Dragon Age Inquisition. I have to do it like this. I didn't know during the previous stream, but now I know not a single stream can exceed over 3 hours or I get copyright strikes. Be right back in a minute, just to restart the stream.